Yes, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom Akim. So we're going to open up today, man. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about how he can't stop the prophecies.
Oh.
No matter what way you cut it and slice it, the Most High's got his egg timer running. Your time is running out. So before we start this lesson today, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash.
Double honors to our elders and our apostles that taught us this truth. And salutes to all the sincere elect out there. Keep on pushing, keep on fighting.
Yep.
We almost out of this bitch, Lord willing. That's the prayer anyway. So in the year of apostates, sellouts, and agents, and Jacob's trouble,
Yep.
which is worldwide trouble coming down the pipe.
Okay.
Bring out what you got, Baba Kusha.
This is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, He disappointeth the devices of the crafty,
Yeah.
so that
That's
their
the
hand-
Most High. Most High disappointeth the crafty.
Yeah,
The devices of the crafty. Yeah. And there's a lot of disappointment now with this breaking news. We're going to get into some of this because it's, you know, you can't deny it. You can't ignore it. The news, if the news is on, and we've got the news right here in front of us, CNN News.
His own Salakia. His own devices are exposing Edomites.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Carry on, man. Carry on.
This is, again, I'll read it again.
Yeah.
And say another point. This is Job 5 and 12. It says, He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, you know, these Edomites.
Yeah. when we saw Prince Andrew in the back of the car, I was laughing, bro.
Because literally, he was trying to hide from the cameras. Man. That's why, you know, he was laid back. If you see it, there's clips on YouTube.
It looks like an Edomite that's trying to be he's trying to be, what they call it, cognito. He's trying to go incognito, going underneath the radar. He's just been he's been spotted.
Yeah.
He's been scoped out.
Red-handed.
So will they charge him? We're gonna find out if he's been charged as yet. As a matter of fact, it's leading us nicely into a lesson. Let's just say it like that, you know.
God, this is again Job 5 and verse 12 says, He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right.
You see? Esau's getting exposed right now. You know, you got Prince Andrew, you know, on the news. Was they even saying right now he's lost his title? That's why they call him Prince. They call him by his name now, man, like Montalban or something.
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
His brother denied him, but King Charles is saying that that's not my brother. See, in so many words he's saying that's not my brother. He's disowned his brother. He's the older one out of the two as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the video that he sent to the bros chat as well. Because they literally said on the news, his full name, not Prince Andrew anymore. Sad, but
he's lost his title, innit?
They call him Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. You know, that's his full name. It says was arrested at his home in Norfolk, England, on suspicion of misconduct in public office after weeks of scrutiny over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. So of course, again, man, those devices that he be using to try and, you know, offend, really oppress Jake, the same internet, the same news is exposing him right now, man. So Esau's he's down bad right now. It's down bad. So once again, Job 5 and verse 12, he disappointeth the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
Yeah, then they've got a lot of devices. I tell you what, we're gonna come back to that. Speaking about devices, get Sirach. It's the same one, isn't it? No, Ecclesiastes. It's Ecclesiastes. We're in Job at the moment. Ecclesiastes 7, the latter verses.
Let me get them.
Just going in the spirit, Akim. You know, we've been watching the news and we had the idea to do a video. Same topic, but every time we're here, we always see, you know, breaking news about something. So we're gonna go in a little bit of this direction, and we're gonna go full circle. You know, there's always something to discuss. You know, when we get together and we do these sit downs.
Is it the one where it says
So Ecclesiastes 7, and I think it might be the last one. Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Let's see. All right, let's just see. Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
I've got another one here, Ecclesiastes 7.
Yeah, all right, go on.
It says, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 13. It says, Consider the work of the Most High, For who can make that straight which
Alright.
he hath made
Yeah.
crooked?
That's on point. That's on
Yeah.
point.
Esau can't escape his nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He's doing. Of course, he's got a wicked nature. So everything that he's going to do is going to reflect that vibration of wickedness.
Yeah.
Vibration of evil.
Whether he be in any position of responsibility, as any kind of monarchy, as any kind of what do you call it, statutes,
Yeah, sovereignty or something.
status,
Yeah.
whatever. He's still the old. He's still the old serpent.
Yeah.
He's still the old serpent. And read that again because it just backs up what I just said.
This is
Yep.
Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 13. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
Right. He's still that guy who was in Petra, Mount Seir, and period of time in the Caucasus Mountain.
Yep.
You don't go get it. But Job 30, groaning around, yamming up the juniper berries. Can't speak correctly, can't speak the lingo.
Yeah, mumbling.
Mumbling around and
Grunting.
walking around. The Captain Caveman. Well, I grew up on that cartoon. They're still the cavemen, but they just got suits and tie on. He had a bit of status, which they're slowly but surely pulling it away, the carpet from underneath. Now he was just up in the police station.
Yeah.
When I used to hear, when around where I grew up, they got one of the Jakes. He's in the police station. Now you got royalty in the police station now, and now royalty.
The rich men.
The rich men with status. Oh, they got him right alongside. You can't see it, Akim, but they got him right alongside, face to face with Epstein, his comrade, his partner in crime. So the real criminals are being. Who are the real criminals? Who are the real ninjas?
Esau, Edom, man.
They're the real ninjas, man. Let me just read a little bit of this. As a matter of fact,
You know what to get?
somebody that I pulled up on chat, go on,
Alright,
break it down for the Akim then. Because brothers be using a chat. We're going to start using chat a little bit more.
Yeah. When you're asked.
Chat GBT, yeah.
So, the brother here asks of what charges
Yeah.
for Prince Andrew were made, if there be any charges. So this is Prince Andrew, ChatGPT's response. Prince Andrew, the brother of King Charles III, was arrested February 19th, 2026 by the Thames Valley Police at Sandringham on suspicion of misconduct in public office related to sharing sensitive trade documents with Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm laughing, bro. I'm just finding it funny, man. Anyway, carry on slacking, bro.
So it says, after
I
about...
want to ask if they fingerprinted him and
I don't think
did they search him and all that. Anyway, after when we finished, because
I could do it here quickly.
He's asking us if ask
Let me read it first.
Can't.
Alright, so this is. It says after about 12 hours in custody, he was released under investigation, meaning no charges have been filed yet, but the inquiry is ongoing. King Charles has expressed full support for the investigation, and the case marks the first arrest of a senior British royal in modern history.
Right, you see, and Jake, whether Jake be doing right or having slipping up, for the most part, a lot of Jake that come through the journey in this life, what they used to get you for, there's things like what they call it when you're walking illegally. Jaywalking, sundown tans, anything to just give you trouble and straight, don't think what you're doing walking in this area, arrest you, harass you and then let you go, right? Sometimes they may ask you, your name and address.
What are you doing?
When we was younger, me and the old youth, we was going to school or something. I remember the first time I got questioned by police. There's police. Bobby on the beat. That guy must be dead by now. Bobby on the beat. He asked us who we were, man. We're innocent young little youths. We said, oh no, he wrote our names in the book. We're finished. We thought we was finished. But the point is, we get this treatment. The ninja treatment starts as almost, you don't even know where. Before you know where you're coming or you're going, which is the curses. They'll be treating you a certain way. So now. That's
flip now.
This is what you call a paradigm shift. And Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it after that followers. Now I look upon them now. Once we did get arrested, doing the work of the Lord, and yes, they have to do their job. They let us go anyway, but they knew that we wasn't doing nothing wrong. They knew it.
Yeah.
So that even goes into, yes, that's a paradigm shift. We looked at them, and they know that we know that they're the real criminals anyway.
Yeah.
So did you ask the question now? Let me just.
Just.
I want to see if you got the full treatment, the full
so
ninja treatment.
Does the police have fingerprints?
Did they fingerprint him when he was in the police station? See if he got the full ninja treatment. That a lot of us Jakes, you know, if you're in a nice car, what they call it, driving well black. You know, you got, yeah, you ain't doing nothing, but you're just driving, and they could stop you for just driving while black.
Yeah, bro's got their testimonies. Not gonna say anything about that, but you know.
And even if they didn't fingerprint him, when we get hold of him, on the cotton field anyway, and that goes for all of them, all the shadow governments, you know, we call him the Epstein, the Rothschilds. Yeah, they're gonna come back, even if they say he deleted himself, Epstein, innit? And now the files are coming back. But we're gonna get him anyway. When he comes back, if he did delete himself, or if he's not in hiding somewhere, we're gonna get him back, and we're gonna give him the full ninja treatment as they deserve, because we know who the real ninjas are, the real basemen, who the real basemen are.
Yeah, man. The spirits are already marked, anyways. You know, so let me.
And we know how they slipped up there and got the so-called monarchy. You know, they got the crowns, and they got all our the crown jewels. We know how they slipped up there and got that. That was crime. First degree crime, not no petty crime. That was full first degree crime. Murder took place. You know, I don't want to get. You know, I use a bit of code. All kinds of things took place. What happened on the cotton fields, and also what happened on the transatlantic boats, the ships. You know what I'm saying? It was inhumane crimes taking place.
Oh boy!
When you get into it, which we don't, you know, we're just focusing. We're just making a point that who are the real ninjas.
So ChatGPT, when I asked when Prince Andrew was in the police station, did they fingerprint him? And they said no. He said there is no.
I wonder they might be lying. ChatGPT, are you being honest here? Go on, carry it. Like, yeah.
There's no official confirmation that Prince Andrew was fingerprinted. In England and Wales, under police and
give him a DNA test, mate. Go on, slack you, man.
In England and Wales, under the
you
police,
know what? If they DNA tested him, why didn't they? Remember with that Defray, what's her name? Virginia Defray.
Is that in America?
That's the woman that she came out and she said that he was playing.
Oh, the victim.
I'm gonna use some code here. He was playing with her, the victim.
Oh, okay.
Virginia Defray, her name was Nicholas Defray. You can fact check it if you want. You know, but she was one of the ones, the whistleblowers that came forward and mentioned his name. He was the first one I heard mention his name. She spoke about him, and the next thing I know, about a year or 2 years later, she went missing, supposedly.
Was that some old news or something?
It's not new. It's not fresh off the press, but it ties in with what we're talking about. And I heard by a brother put me on, you know, on the game that she's no longer around. She supposedly committed suicide. So that.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
It says
we're just talking on the subject because it's breaking news right now. We're going to Lord willing. We might not even get to any other subjects. It's all of the spirit though.
It says Virginia Giuffre, formerly Roberts. So Virginia Roberts, formerly, is the woman who alleged she was trafficked by, you know, Jeffrey Epstein and sexually abused by Prince Andrew when she was 17.
You could say essayed, I think, you know, just for a bit.
JJE.
Essayed, you could say. I think that they say the word.
Oh, because
it's short for you know, that word there, you know, and great. You could say great and essayed.
So
just for future videos, you know. Go on, sluck it though.
So trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and S.A.'d, or raped by Prince Andrew when she was 17.
Yeah.
She filed a civil lawsuit in 2021, which was settled out of court in February 2022, with the prince denying allegations.
Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, we all saw the video on mainstream news. Yeah, he looked stupid, by the way, when he came out and was trying to defend himself. He looked like a real fool. He stumbling all over the place.
The truth convicts.
You wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it being interrogated like a lot of us Jakes have been. Like even when we was doing the work of the Lord, even our elders and apostles got testimonies of how they was treated. One of our elders apostles said that they literally put him on. When they get some prisoners, they shackle them with ball and chain. It wasn't like a ball and chain, but they said they shackle your arms and shackle your legs too.
Yeah, so that you can't walk.
So we want, if you don't get that yet, you ain't been fingerprinted yet, but you hasn't been charged yet. No. Don't worry, we gonna get ya. The real ninjas, the real fugitives on the run.
Yeah, so no DNA photographs, no fingerprints.
Oh, we do. We got that. We got you, right? You're on the run at the moment. He hasn't been charged, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying it, because of all the things that has happened to Jake, all the inhumane things that has happened to Jake, even when we're doing the right thing. So there has to be a payback.
Yeah, so, they're gonna get that.
Lucky about it.
But yeah, Virginia Giuffre, she was the woman, of course, testified.
Yeah.
She was 17 when she got raped.
And then after, just see how she went missing, if you don't mind.
Oh, how she got missing?
Because it's almost like and we're not doing it deliberately. It's almost like we're private detectives for these devils, bro.
Doing their jobs for them.
We're the truth, because them they're all juiced in anyway. Because we know about the men in blue that they work. Who do they work for? The Masons, isn't it? They're all Masons. So they're all family, man. So the Most High's got the true detectives out here, the prophets of the Lord. That's the right way to explain it. But we've got other qualities as well. We've got ability to dig, dig deep. We've got those abilities too. The Most High put the Spirit on us to we're gonna dig deep. We're gonna find you. We're gonna have the navigation, right? We're gonna have the spiritual navigation to find you and search you out when you try and hide. Go down deep in your bunkers and try and go up there in your space stations and hide anywhere you try and hide. We're gonna search you out because we're almost gonna have the navigation to find wherever you try and go. Now he was in the car trying to be incognito. I was laughing my head off, bro. That was funny to me, man.
Got a quick precept on that as well.
Go on.
It says Amos 9.
And remember, he has to pay, because even what he did, he was his own woman, the in-house woman.
Yeah.
That we're gonna find out, where she went missing or what happened with her.
What, Virginia?
Yeah.
Giuffre.
But bring out your precept, Baba Kusha.
Right. This is Amos 9 and verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Because of course you talk about the elect going into it, obviously drag their vessels out of them bunkers. That's when they're going to be chained as slaves, man. Riches straight to rags. So it says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So of course the space stations, whatever type of space hotels that they want to make, they're gonna fail. They're gonna fail, man. Even if they do succeed, the angel, Yahushua when he comes out with the angels, smash them.
There's nowhere they can hide. Yeah,
they're gonna be chained, brought down to earth, and of course they're gonna be our servants. That's how it's gonna be. The elites literally will know how it is to serve Jake, man. Of course, as Apostle Tahar and Apostle say, they're calling dibs on certain elites that are gonna be on their plantation field, man, in the kingdom. So that's how it's going to be. It says Amos 9 and 2, though they dig into hell, talk about them bunkers, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And that's what we're going to do, when we descend, man. As it says in Revelation 21, the elect's coming down as Jerusalem. Actually, let me just get it, not to misquote anything.
Yeah.
So Revelation 21 and verse 2, it says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, that's talking about the elect, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, from those chariots. And it says there, out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go down from the chariots and going to start wrapping up Edomites.
Yeah. And that's when we be in war mode. Yeah. With Yahushua leading the charge. We don't got to get it, but we always either quote it or sometimes we do get it anyway. But Isaiah 63, where he's gonna come with revenge, with anger burning in his heart. So he be leading the charge. So let me touch a little bit on the precept Ecclesiasticus 10, and we're gonna get into some of this because it kind of makes the point And this is the time we're living in. Isaiah, I've done videos on it. Brother elders are big brothers been bringing it out a lot as well. And it's kind of a go-to scripture, whether we get to it today or not. But at some point we're going to get to it. Isaiah 47. Come down and sit in the dust. But let's get into some of this one. Sirach or Ecclesiastes 10, around about 2.
Right. Ecclesiastes 10. Let me get that quickly. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 2. It says, a wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left.
Yep.
It says verse 3, yea also, when he that is a fool walketh by...
Ecclesiasticus? Chapters 10.
I had
even though that did sound alright.
I thought it was Ecclesiastes.
Even though it sounded alright. Yeah, but carry on though.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 1. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapters 10 and 1. A wise judge would instruct his people.
Yeah, and these ain't wise people. Hence, that's why you got, the Egyptians going up against the Egyptians. They're very discontent because of the person who's in the Senate, or over there. Yeah, they call it the Senate over there. Over here, they call it the cabinet. But yeah, because you got someone very unwise in there. We know who it is. Nero, 47. Very unwise man. Yeah.
Come on, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Yeah, and that's your whole shot. Ultimately, when we start to rule, there ain't gonna be no criminals on the loose. There ain't gonna be no arresting someone high up with a high status and getting questioned and not charged.
More.
But when we do grab them up, that's it for them.
Yeah,
they're gonna be paying back the debt. I'm just saying what they say in the courts. Some of us have heard it. You're gonna have to pay back your debt to society.
Yeah,
because you're a menace to society. So the menace to society, which when they're paying back their debt, is paying back their what they owe to Jake, the so-called black people today. And even the 2/3 are gonna have slaves on the coat food too. Cool. You're gonna have to pay them back.
Even though they're sold out.
So there ain't gonna be no found not guilty, even for shooting down a 2/3.
Yeah. They're gonna all get back their payback, man.
Yeah.
But also, what was I gonna say? There ain't gonna be no life sentences. If all those Edomites, whatever Edomites we're focusing on right now, if you killed Jake as well, they're gonna get their judgment, man. You ain't gonna be, even in the kingdom, anyone who's killed, because the heathens are gonna go off. The demons are gonna hop on them, not on us, because we're gonna have the shielding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So when in that time, when the heathens, let's say a heathen killed another man, there ain't gonna be no life sentences. We're gonna do everything according to the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. As it mentions also that you take a life for a life as well, man. Be stoned. I believe it says that within the scriptures, and try and get that to support that as well.
So you got Prince Charles. He just came out of his car. Prince Charles. He was doing his rants, and he's just concerned about his reputation, and he's saying that's not my brother. That's what he's saying. He's distancing himself. But you're a criminal too, right? And things are gonna come out about you, what you've done. And I say criminal. There will be the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Judge of all the earth, has got you. Revelation 18. Let me know when you find it. Yeah. Okay. Revelations chapters 18 and 5 says that your crimes have massed up into heaven. So you're a wanted fugitive. Every single Edomite that's loose at the moment is a fugitive on the loose, and that's wanted. Right? And the bounty hunters, which are the 144,000, I'm putting it in ways that you can understand, because you have bounty hunters, and you use bounty hunters to seek out what was his name? Recently I was speaking about him. Toussaint Louverture, which he was a freedom fighter in history. That you was unhappy with the fact that he fought for the Haitians, which he was a Levite, and you fought against him, but he put up a good fight, and then you lured him over into France. You tricked him, invited him to what was supposed to be like a peace treaty or a feast, a discussion, and then you tricked him, and you locked him up in your deepest dungeon right, and starved him to death. Also, another freedom fighter was John Black. These are guys that went under the radar. Not to us though, because we've got all the history, because the Most High is revealing everything to us. John Black, which was a Seminole Indian, in your documented history, and you tried to, because it was a shame and a blemish on your American, so-called history, you wanted to put that under the radar. John Black, a freedom fighter, right, and he was very successful in his revolution too. And you always deceive and lie, and you fight unfairly. You're low people with no morals. So these are men. Yeah, they're gonna get there. Lord willing, if he comes back through my seed, I'll be happy. I'd love it. These men like Tucson, Levershore, it was a joke, yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of.
And a lot of others, Native American Indians, true warriors. We've got, Lord willing, future videos that put, that was all about the right thing, to do the right thing. It was about freedom, and you hated it because you're a man of sin, which we're reading about that at the moment. Have you got something?
Yeah, I've got it. This is Exodus chapter 12. I'll just read it. This is Exodus 21 and 12. Because I made a previous point on how we're going to institute the laws. When the heathen does something, they say they killed a man, they're going to be killed also. And this is to support that. Exodus 21 and 12. It says, "He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death." In the NLT now it says, "Anyone who assaults and kills another person must be put to death." So there's not going to be any of this life sentence, prisons, just for a man, committing manslaughter as Esau does in his prison system. In our kingdom, in Yahushua's kingdom, anyone who commits a murder will be murdered. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Unless it be us executing judgment, man. Which, we're gonna have fun with that. When in the kingdom of Yahushua, because we know rightfully so, we be executing judgment. There's a difference between executing judgment, which includes putting a man to death, and also intentionally, off of a evil intention or off of a demon, intentionally killing another man.
Oh, murder.
Yeah, murder. There's a difference. There's a difference. Executing judgment and murder. There's a difference between those. One institutes the law, another is based on a bad intention.
Yep.
So that's the point there. I don't know if you
wanna. Since we're bringing out receipts from the scriptures, let's get back and read into a little bit of the where we were with Sirach from around about. I think we're just gonna read up a little bit. Because it's kind of making the point for us. The title of the video is that you can't reverse the prophecies. Doesn't matter what way you cut it in the slice. You can't be done, because the Most High is what goes forth out of the Most High's mouth doesn't return to him without results.
Yeah, you can't stop prophecy.
It is written. Yeah.
So Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 1: "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers."
Yeah.
And
that's why it ain't gonna get better for you people.
Yeah.
You're all Edomites and you're all fugitives.
They all got evil.
And you've never been peaceful to anybody since you've been on the planet. Right? The scriptures don't tell us that. Not even to yourself, not into your own people.
Yeah.
Because you're just about greed and what does the scripture say about a covetous man?
Them try and get that.
Let's get that one, Baba Kushar, because these men are covetous. What's this other little demon? He keeps coming up as well. The what was his name? Lord Meldeston. I think we spoke about him when we done the last sit down. He was also linked with Epstein. All these people are linked with Epstein, linked with Andrew, Lord Meldeston. He had to step down because he was a part of the cabinet, the House of Lords. He was part of. He had to step down. So this is, I'm going to quote it again, Isaiah 47 and 3. "Come down and sit down in the dust, you virgin daughter," which you're far from that. Right, things are coming out that we hear about adrenochrome, right? And brothers know straight away when I mention that adrenochrome, flesh eaters.
Oh boy!
Right, it's all over the place. What you people have been doing, man. You are the true ninjas. You like to always, what do they call it? There's a word that they got. If the word comes to me, something to do with ninjas or
what, slander?
No, there's a word. They got this word. That they're tired of black people. There's another word.
Oh, black fatigue.
That's it. Well, we got Edomite fatigue, man. You ninjas, man.
Yeah.
the true ninjas that because you're worse because you hide it and you go under the radar. Jake be stupid, man. Jake got big mouth. You know the Edomite woman, the Israelite woman, Big Shirley. You hear her coming down the road.
Yeah.
So they don't make good criminals. That's what I'm saying. Someone who's got a big mouth never makes a good criminal. A big mouth always talking them business all the time. So Jake, we ain't making no excuses for Jake, but Jake's too stupid. Jake got a big mouth. They keep getting, you know. But you are the real criminals. You go underneath the radar. You lie.
That's why they're cross.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Scripture calls them serpents and subtle. Jake has to come back in their right mind. They're all gone. All of them. The Big Shirley's gone. You know, the ninja, little ninja. What's the word? Ray.
What?
There's another word for them. Ray and
there's a name. Yeet.
Who them little, you know, brothers know. Ray and Turkey.
YNs.
Little YNs. You all gone, man. And Esau's got your number. Because you ain't clever. You got big mouths. You put everything in your music. What's that idiot? He's got a name. He's got a music called. What's that little that idiot? He's got a song called Gremlins.
CeeLo.
Not CeeLo. What is his name, man? Kodak Black. What you gotta do? That's what Jake. That's how they call Michael Jackson. You know.
Well, from his words.
Michael Jackson. As he said, he was a smooth criminal in one of his songs. Right. This is how Esau be operating. Yeah. He said he was a smooth criminal. So they be listening to what he be putting in his lyrics.
Esau's observant.
Yeah, and that's how they got him. And he said, he was a smooth criminal. You've been caught by, you've been touched by, you've been caught by the smooth criminal. And they be listening. That's how they find that. That's how they find where you Jakes are. Plus you go on that interview, what's that guy who does them interviews? They find out he was a CIA.
What, Alex Jones?
Him too, but there's another one.
Insiders.
What's that guy? He's always interviewing rappers, man. Anyway,
was he a podcast?
He's an Amalekite, and they call him they've got a name for him. He's an Amalekite. What's his name, man?
He's a podcaster.
He's a podcaster. His name is. He's an Amalekite. He always be interviewing the rappers. It'll come to me though. Lord willing, it'll come to me. Who was on? What's that guy that be always on it? If you
Alex Jones?
No,
not Alex Jones.
Little
Joe
Boosie.
Rogan.
No, put in Little Boosie's interviews, and then that idiot will come up.
Little Boosie.
Yeah, Little Boosie's interviews, and then you see him on there. Oh, I know him. It's right in the back of my head, man. Little Boosie's interviews.
How do you spell the Boosie?
I think it's B. Little Boosie. The guy was always smoking. He was saying, "Get behind me." When he was watching some videos, I think he was watching some of our videos, and he was saying about the swine. There were people trying to ask me to give up pork, and he can't give up pork. He's always on the interviews, bro. You know him, bro. It's gonna come up, man. Little Boosie's interviews. Yeah, just tap that in Google, it'll come up. What's his name, man? And they call a guy a culture vulture. Little Boosie's interviews culture vulture, and then
is it DJ Envy?
No, it's not him. It's not him. If you just go to YouTube, put in another one of his interviews on. What's his name, man? It's not the Breakfast. That's the Breakfast Club. Fuck the Breakfast Club.
Okay, so
it's not the Breakfast Club.
Right, let me search.
Bear with us. I hate when I get them little mental blocks when I'm trying to. Little Boosie's interviews by, and then he'll come up.
Right.
Are you in YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm just trying to.
That's him. That's the nigga. Yep. Vlad TV.
Oh.
I hate when I get them mental blocks, but we got there in the end. Yeah, Vlad TV. Why would I was bringing up Vlad TV. Yeah. So he's an Amalekite, right. He's an Amalekite, and he works for the CIA. I was making a point about Jake. You don't make smooth criminals.
Yeah.
If there was anybody who was a little bit smooth, it was Michael Jackson, but they even got him anyway.
Yeah. He could have escaped. He could have hacked the system.
Because they found out the Baphomet demon got him in the end. Oh, by the way, what I've recently heard was that you heard about the Epstein Island, right? Mm-hmm. And he had Michael Jackson had the Peter Pan Ranch, so-called Peter Pan Ranch. So-called, where he was inviting children to come play do the rides, you know. the big wheel, big wheel and all that roller coasters thing. But he had little Macaulay Culkin on that ranch because Epstein wanted to invite little Macaulay Culkin to his island, and he was inviting children there to protect the children from. This is what I'm hearing. Allegedly, to protect the children from Epstein from going on the island. So he was inviting a lot of children to Peter Pan Ranch to protect the children from Epstein.
What Michael Jackson was doing.
Michael Jackson. Is it making sense?
Go on,
brothers. If you can understand what I'm saying.
So he was trying to save.
He was saving the children. So one of his songs was "Save the World" and all that, and he's saving the children. Now there could be some truth to that.
He was trying to fight the system.
He was an Israelite, remember, and that makes him, against certain injustice. That makes sense. And he was having children on the Peter Pan Ranch, so-called protecting them from the Epstein Island, because they was getting a lot of Jakes was getting caught up on the Epstein Island too. You understand what I'm saying? Is it making sense? It might make sense.
I mean, yeah, but you can't fight the system though.
No, you can't. But he was going off anyway because he tried to be a white man. I kind of think he was going off. That goes. As a matter of fact, let's get back to the scriptures.
And he looked more like a demon as well.
Eventually, the Baphomet demon got him. As you say,
the surgery,
which goes into the point that you can't fight the system. Yeah. And actually, the scriptures is going to help us when we was reading it. It's going to help the point as well. So if you read up to around about 13, it's going to explain it. The scriptures are our receipts. Actually, it describes anybody who's depart from his maker, right? When we read it.
What priesthood did you?
We was in
Ephesians 5, or
we was in Sirach 10.
Right, Sirach 10.
And we read. Hold on. I think we read 2 already. We read up to about 4, did we?
No, I'm on verse 3 up here.
All right then, yeah. Go
this
with
is, that. This is.
Lord willing, this ain't gonna be a long video. We hit the point what we wanted to hit already, but now we're just gonna put the icing on the cake.
God, this is Ecclesiasticus 10, verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, that's why we have all the uprising taking place, because we have an unwise king, right? ICE in all the states where you got all the uprising, your nations rising up, which Yehoshua said that will happen because he is not ruling right now, and the men of the Lord are not ruling right now. King David and the 144,000 governing body are not in rulership right now. So it's gonna, and if someone who is a fugitive is gonna be ruling, then obviously you're gonna get chaos and people doing things they shouldn't be doing, aka thieving, whatever fugitives do, because they are the real ninjas on the planet.
They're the ones on the run.
Yeah, they're on the run, and they need to be.
It's like Prince Andrew.
When Prince Andrew was locked up, for me it was like justice. Even though he ain't got charged yet, but that's a sign. Come down and sit in the dust. That yes, there's a paradigm shift taking place. Yeah, he ain't got charged. He probably they may not ever, get him again on this side. It may be just like it's just
Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Did I say Prince Andrew?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, they may not ever charge him, but there is a somewhat blemish on the, not somewhat, a massive blemish on the so-called royal family, on the monarchy.
Yeah, it's a done
deal. A sign of what is to come.
It's a done.
Doesn't matter whether he's charged or not. That's why I asked the question. Did they because it's all symbolic. Did they give him the full ninja treatment, like the fingerprinting and everything what goes along with being put? They didn't keep him for 24 hours, did they?
I don't know that though.
Anyway, we see how we're gonna watch how this unfolds.
Out and about though.
The point we're making is yes, we're in the times they're coming down and sitting in the dust, and you know what? If the Queen's still alive, let me just say this too, because she was deleted, a couple of years ago. But I heard so-called conspiracy theory, or it could even be fact, that she just went in under hiding. So they've got a lot of places where they can hide because she was on the run for crimes against humanity. I mentioned it before that she went over in Canada, visited Canada, and had a little picnic. When you get into the word picnic, means pick a ninja, and had about 10 or 11 Native American Indians, and you never saw them again.
Oh boy.
And Kevin Annett, he comes up a lot, but he had a warrant out because he's an insider. I mean, not an insider, but he understands how law works.
Mm-hmm.
He had a warrant out for her arrest, and they done the court case in her absence, and they found her guilty for crimes against humanity. Now that could be just water under the bridge, but if there was law on this side, then that would have took place. Obviously, she's above the law. Anyway, just making a point that yes, this is a sign.
Yeah, I've got an advert trying to get a scripture, but
this is a sign of yes, they have to come down and sit in the dust. Ultimately, when they're sitting on a cotton field, right, and when my little you, I'm going to send my little you, I'll make sure my little you has a good start in life, and sends him out. I'm going to send him out to the cotton field, and I'll say, make sure you give him a nice boot, a solid toe punt. Instead of football, toe punt them either, man.
Yeah, you can make a game out of them, man. Flipping make a game.
It's like we're just having fun with this, man. Because it is kind of funny.
But we all have fun in the kingdom.
Yeah. Sometimes the elder apostle to us say, you got to have fun with this sometimes,
So this is 2 Esdras 15 and 16.
Yeah.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So all of this exposure from Prince Andrew and all of these famous guys, of whom are in those Epstein files as well, all of that goes into why sedition among men that time is just going to get charged up, and of course they're going to be going against their governments, man. That's really what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
So I'll read it again, 2 Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So in the UK, they're not going to regard these royal families and all these people, because they know, all right, they got something hidden.
It's in the pipelines right now.
Come on, it says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So the Most High is going to allow this chaos to happen within these people protesting, and the protests are going to get violent. Let me just get the definition of sedition, just to make it clear. And you have to keep rolling. Let's see. So definition, define sedition on Google. Alright, so definition of sedition, it says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority or state or monarch. And of course, Esau's pretty much leveraging this, is trying to get people pissed off. And
well, he's doing a good job of it.
Yeah,
he's doing a good job of it, because ultimately, when they make the MOTB mandatory, I just want to plug that, right? That's Revelation 13 and 16. Then you're gonna have sincere people. They're gonna get into that, what you just mentioned there.
Yes,
in sincerity, whether they're of the elect or not. Many people do know what it is.
It's true,
right? The MOTB, right? Whether they have God's backing or not, they're gonna put up a fight.
Oh yeah.
So we're seeing that is happening now, right?
That's a good day.
So let's go back to it. Let's read 12 and 13. Another reason why we're seeing these instability, uprising, it has a lot to do with it.
Ecclesiasticus 10.
Yeah, read from around
4.
Read 12 now.
Alright, 12.
Jump down to 12 and 13.
So this is Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High.
Right. You see that? We went off, man, So we ain't we take, our hands are up. We say, yeah, we have to. The Most High said we're gonna have to be punished. We know very well what happened, in the times when Moses says, if you do what is right, you're gonna have the blessings. If you go off, you're gonna have to suffer the consequences. So we departed from our Maker. You understand? But these devils ain't gonna get off scot-free, right? But it was part of the Most High's movie that we have to go under the yoke of the so-called of the Edomites, the so-called white man. That's part of the movie. So we ain't complaining about that. Yeah? Nice. But we're coming to the end. Right? We've paid off our debt for the most part for departing from our Maker. Carry on.
That's why they're feeling the curses already.
Yeah.
So Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 12, the beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker.
Yep.
It says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
That's us, right? That's us. But you know that can also apply to the heathen nations and the Edomite nations. But we got the effect of that first. We departed from our Maker. So we're seeing the downfall now, as you mentioned, a paradigm shift. Esau is the end of the world.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So to back up that what we just read, let's go to Job 20, and then start winding down with a couple of precepts. Some of the latter verses from around about 20, somewhere around there.
So Job 20 and 20.
Yeah, Job, yeah?
Yeah. So this is Job. Hold on. This is Job 20 and verse 20. So Job chapter 20 and verse 20 says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Yep.
It says
This is talking about the wicked, right? The Edomites, so-called white people, right? There's a lot of disease, you know, when a man's sick, they call it disease, innit? Disease.
Yeah, disease.
You know? Like when you sometimes if you ever had that upset stomach where it's just rumbling, disease. That's what he's saying there. He's making a point there. But he's talking about them as a nation, as a people. And there's another one we may get to in the spirit, we may not. Job 18, talking about terrors shall make him afraid on every side. So they know, they sense it in their spirit. The more you do your investigating, right? What we do in the power and spirit of the Lord. Have you got it? All right.
So Job 18 and verse 11.
Yeah.
I shall start from verse 10. It says, the snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Yeah.
So with the arrest, I'm using that as a monumental, symbolic gesture, if you will, right? If you get caught up in the trap and then you get away, you know, but you kind of bruised up a little bit. You kind of feel pissed off, you know what I mean? But then you get out of that one, then you get in another one. So you're saying, you know that, hold on, man, something not, you know, the jinn, and when you read further up, it talks about the jinn. Their spells are not working anymore.
Oh boy.
Their spells, and they, you know, we don't got to get it, but I do love to keep quoting it in the spirit. There's soothsayers, that's Isaiah 47.
Yeah, I was holding that.
There's soothsayers, have you got it? Because I keep quoting it, so the spirit might want it to come out. You know, their soothsayers are not working. They're calling upon them, but it's not coming. Go on.
Alright, so this is Isaiah 47 and verse.
You might as well hit 3, man. Just hit 3. I keep quoting it. Hit 3 and then find them other ones, the other preceding verses after.
Okay. Alright, so this is Isaiah 47 and verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Oh, did the one come down and sit in the dust?
I think that's alright. Let me get that one then.
Because that's the first one that comes to my mind, and then hit 3 after that, and then you might as well read into it a little bit, you know.
Oh, that's verse 1. Okay.
Yeah, might as well read that one.
So Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
They keep on getting caught up. Every time they try and get up straight and narrow and stand up straight and look respectable, comb up them hair, put on them suit and tie and go into the city. Look respectable, they keep getting licked by a car. Spirit just made me say that.
Yeah, fair point.
And they're getting up again, and it's like, wait a minute, man. The jinn's not working anymore. Yeah, when they had us in slavery, the jinn, you know, the sorcerers, the spells. Let the scripture speak. Read, Baba.
This is Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. Yeah. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
The monarchy, I'm using that as a symbol. There's no throne no more, bro. No. Anytime anything used to happen, you used to run to your you know, the mother, the queen. Mommy, look. Okay. And she give you a hug, and she put the plaster on. Send you away back. You know, like you feel like you're invincible. Nah. You run into the soothsayers, the witch. It's not giving you. He's not coming to your aid, man.
Nope.
He's leaving you out in the lurch, Prince Charles. He's left him out in the lurch. That's very. There's a lot of symbol. There's a lot of symbolism in these things in the ark. We're spiritual men, so we analyze things spiritually. There's a lot of symbolism in this thing, you know, in the breaking news. When you see breaking news, there's a lot of symbolism, little symbolisms in there.
Yeah, Esau.
He's running. The big brother don't want him no more. He's literally saying, "Nah, that ain't my." He literally said it. That's not my brother.
Yeah. He's forsaken his kind.
So that's the spirit of the Lord there, man. And ultimately, the Most High done rejected you. You know, from the time you rose up and slayed against Cain. From the time Cain rose up and slayed Abel, you went for some kind of sympathy to the Most High, and he said, "Nah, you're gonna be F you." The Most High said, "F you" in so many words. You're gonna be a fugitive, and the ground ain't gonna be supporting you. It ain't gonna till for you. Anywhere you run, gonna be pure. You're gonna have to move like a fugitive. Everything you get, you're gonna have to get it by stealing, killing, and destroying. In so many words.
Yeah.
So you're out there you're on your own, son, and so far you survived, and now you're on the end of your tether, as they say in the East End. You're coming to the end of your tether. Look at that devil coming out. Who rattled his cage? Tony Blair.
Oh, Tony Blair is still there.
What has he got to say? That's a future video.
Peace.
I notice
about the peace plan thing.
I've been noticing he be raising his ugly head a lot. Well, you've done your wickedness already when you went over into the Gulf and you grabbed up Saddam Hussein. You lied and said he had weapons of mass destruction. But the devils are never satisfied, isn't it? Yeah. Devils are he cannot never have enough.
The appetite is
Habakkuk. That's in Habakkuk chapters 2. So when you see the devil rising his head, you know there's some kind of agenda coming around the corner. Yeah. I believe he's got a lot to do. One of our elders made mention that he's had a lot to do with the MOTB because he wanted to introduce it earlier. But obviously he was a bit premature with his intentions. The Most High never allowed it then. But he's raising his ugly head because maybe they sense left-hand side. They sense now is about that time for that devil Tony Blair to raise his ugly head again. He was a heavy demon, that guy, you know.
Yeah, he tried to bring in some ID thing in the early 2000s. Yeah. That's over here in the UK, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so Isaiah 47 and verse 11 says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know them, hence, from hence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off."
Don't act all confused. Oh yeah, that devil too. This
or Nero. They're all hand in hand.
Let me stay focused. I can't help it there, but it's just the prophecy's all up in your face, man. That devil too. Anyway, so read that again, Baba Kushar.
Isaiah 47 and verse 11.
Yeah.
It says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
Perfect.
Thou shalt not know from hence it riseth.
Yeah.
And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments."
That's the one, the water.
"And with the multitude of thy sorceries."
So the Most High is saying, go on, all right then. Yeah. You think you're the bee's knees?
The big man.
Go to your father, your father. Yeah, go to him and see what he got for you.
Satan is under the Most High, by the way.
Right, which we know who their devil is. They're called, there's a book, the book, if it's going to come to me. Read it. It might come to me.
So Isaiah 47 and 12. "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast laboured from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be also be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail."
Not like when you can just call upon your God at any time. Right, like in times past when you had us on the cotton field, you had us in the transatlantic, on the boats, right? Pro slavery, pre-slavery, right? Not like then, right? In the 50s and the 40s, the 30s, when you was doing all kinds of inhumane things to Jake, right? And some of your historical events with Christopher Columbus, what he was able to do. Yeah.
It says Isaiah 47 and verse 13, "Thou art wearied in a multitude of their counsels, let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Yeah. So he now he's gonna go. They've got him in the back of the car. You know, trying to be incognito.
Yeah.
Got him in the back of the car, and they're thinking now, what we gonna do now? That's how the devil be thinking. How are we gonna make this one look? Get him, because really they just want to. All this could be just a show anyway. Just saying, you know, anything is possible with the devil.
Distractions.
A distraction, a show to make it look like, yeah, we are doing something about Prince Charles' younger brother. So let's make it look good. Say arrest him, get him arrested, we get him without charge, go to their God. What can we do? How can we cover this up? Make it look like we're still somewhat respectable. Keep that aura of respect. The monarchy.
It's been lost.
We've got to find a way to ditch, because they used to call him Randy Andy. We've got to find a way to ditch Randy Andy. I remember you used to hear a lot about that, because when he married to his wife. What's his
researcher?
Let's do a quick little fact check. I remember when I actually saw them, when they looked kind of respectable, which we didn't know there was, you know, things they was doing behind the scenes.
So the wife of Prince Andrew was Sarah Ferguson.
Yeah, she was a dirty old bag too. She had a
bag.
bad reputation, right? And then Lady Diana was a dirty old bag too. Everything was coming out about them. We knew even then, because they was swinging. Let me just, for want of a better word, they were swinging. Right. Dirty Randy Andy and Sarah Ferguson were swingers.
Yeah.
You know what swingers is, isn't it?
They do left and right. Well, not left and right.
So that people
deal with both ways, isn't it?
Swingers like
male and female,
swapping round husbands and wives. And
stuff. That type.
Yeah, they be swapping. That's Esau's spirit.
Oh damn, man.
Yeah. That's Esau's spirit.
Committing adultery without even flipping. I mean, it's their nature, isn't it? Wickedness.
Yep.
All right. So this is Isaiah 47 and verse 13. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up, which these are the people Esau consults with to get his wisdom, you know, on the left-hand side as well, to stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. So they're going to be in a complete state of desolation, you know, destruction. The military kingdom, of course, the religious side of the kingdom is going to be destroyed, you know, and their financial side is also going to be destroyed as well. Their whole system will be destroyed. You know, that's what Esau's destiny is.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah. So that's the point. So they worship Satan or Lucifer.
Yeah.
And the guy Albert Pike in the book Morals and Dogma, he mentioned that the God that they serve is Lucifer, which means light bearer.
On the left-hand side.
On the left-hand side, which we are the true light bearers. But their God means they say their God means light bearer, which they are a lower Lucifer. But light bearer means truth, bearers of truth.
Yeah.
So they have which as we can see, their light is going out. And their God Satan, the devil, slanderer, opposer, right? Devil, right? Opposer, slanderer, defier. Things that the word that goes against God in so many words is their God. Right? Devil. And they're calling upon him. If you read that last bit again where he was in Isaiah 41, we're going to start winding down now. It's about that time. The point is made. Since we always have breaking news, there's no way, you know, we wanted to address, we can't always address everything. There's a lot of peace talk as well. That's scriptural, because the scriptures
say peace and safety. There's
right.
Sudden destruction will come upon them.
Yeah.
So that's it. You can't really have a comfort for your ears.
Yep.
Because once the comfort is there, just know after that.
Well, we're not the Christian church, man. We're not gonna, you know, what they do in the Christian church? Deceive.
Trickery.
With a tickle your ears with lies.
Yeah.
We have to give you the straight, skinny, messages of doom, but it's only messages of doom to people like you, Vocab Malone. That's something that you say, because you are doomed. You are doomed. You was doomed. If you're an Edomite, you're doomed. And we're giving you the straight skinny. Yes, you're doomed. And if you know, the elders are gonna have him on the cotton field anyway. But please let me get a dig. Let me get one kick.
Yeah,
please.
There's gonna be an order, isn't it? Once the apostles are done, it's like, all right, chuck him. Chuck him to the other brothers.
They might give, or give, just chuck him, pass him around, whatever. But everybody's gonna be happy, because we're all gonna have we're all gonna get our how I say it, our piece of flesh.
So this is Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast laboured from thy youth.
Yeah.
If so be
they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, laboured from their youth."
Imagine.
With that little 4-year-old girl coming out when she was, this is a couple of years ago, this video, something stay with you. When the mother was saying, what happened to the little chocolate biscuits or chocolate cakes? She said, the big black man came and took it. Who taught you that? The spirit of your devil, your father. You are from your father, the devil, which that goes to the wicked of our own people as well. Yeah. But her programming, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what he's gonna say.
The wicked programming. That's like the way Israelites have that righteous program. That's why when they do evil, the conscience comes upon them saying, no, that ain't right. In their inward mind. But despite that, you got niggers, you got two-thirds, you got wicked Israelites that go against their conscience. Anyway, so Isaiah 47:12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. It says, wherein thou hast laboured from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, but if so be thou mayest prevail.
So they have what you might call a little bit of flickering, let me just say it like that, of light every now and then. God be getting them out of situations every now and then. Like I say, they get caught in a trap, they get away a little bit grazed until they eventually get caught totally trapped in there, which is the king of terror is going to get you trapped. Your jinn, you call upon your jinn, he escapes you, just like a criminal that knows his time is running out. Criminal that, because they usually gather evidence, don't they, first? CCTV evidence, association evidence, witness evidence. Sometimes your girlfriend that you think is your closest ally, she be spilling the beans on you. That's you now. And eventually you get clapped because the full evidence comes out on you. And it says, what does it say? And it hits him like he never, like you.
I can read in the NLT. NLT makes it clear.
Shah, please.
Starting from verse 11.
And whatever other closing scriptures you want to bring out, by all means.
Isaiah 47:11. It says, so, in the NLT, so disaster will overtake you, and you won't be able to charm it away. Calamity will fall upon you, and you won't be able to buy your way out. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one for which you are not prepared. Now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. But that's all controlled by the Most High's will. So Esau trusting his magicians and just like the Egyptians back in the day, the time of Moses and Janus and Jambres. But Esau's magical charms will fail. That's it. So I'll just get one more precept, and then that'll be it's the same thing really. So this is Jeremiah 49 and verse 16. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. In the NLT for verse 17, it says Jeremiah 49 and 17 in the NLT New Living Translation. It says, Edom will be an object of horror. All who pass by will be appalled and will gasp at the destruction they see there. See, because remember, Babylon being destroyed is also going to be like a scar upon the earth and an indicator of, this is the previous wicked kingdom, and this is the result. And that's it, man. That's it. You want to close out? Or?
Yeah, close out, man.
So Yaratazar Akim found it edifying and exhorting. You know, edifying meaning to build up, exhorting meaning to encourage. Shalom, as we say, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. And once more, double honors to the great Muslim apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom, Shalom.